What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, as you guys can see behind me, we got a 2018 utility trailer that we're going to be using to haul all of our quads, side-by-sides, all the power sport equipment and all that. And we really needed one. We got a big one for the car hauler, tilt deck and all that. But to haul all of our builds, that's perfect. But for this, we need something that's a little bit smaller so we can get through the trails. And a 16-foot dual axle rated for 7,000 pounds was perfect. We got this thing from the local IAI, and we're going to go ahead and go through this thing, make sure it's all good. Some pieces of the metal was all bent up. We got it all squared away already. We got to go ahead and change all the decking on it, go through the lighting system, make sure all the lights work and all that. And let's just go ahead and get right to it, give this thing a fresh paint job, and jump right into the video, guys. Alrighty, so we grabbed the trailer last night, got everything here, went and got all of our lumber as well. And this is the trailer, guys. It's perfect. Everything on it's pretty good now. I mean, everything on it latches like it should. Little stuff was bent on it. We just hammered it out. We still got a couple little stuff like that little section right there. Needs to just be hammered and dollied so it can match that side right over there. But as you guys can see, the biggest thing we got to do on this thing is change the deck. I mean, the deck isn't even that bad on it, but I mean, I've seen way worse on these trailers. But I just think it'll look a lot nicer when you put brand new decking on the trailer, especially, you know, if we're going to give it a nice fresh paint job, get this thing all painted up so it looks really nice and clean. So let's go ahead and get all these old decks pulled out of here and get all the new decking installed. And then we're going to go ahead and have to sand all this thing down, get it all painted, fresh paint and everything, make this thing look all nice again. Alrighty, guys, so step one on this thing is to remove all these screws. We're gonna go ahead and do all these boards here, put some of them over here, and then that way we can work on the other side as well. And all we're gonna do is take one off, put the other one on, and just keep going with the pattern. That way it'll be an easy pattern. There's screws also over here, if you guys can see it. You're gonna have to be very careful when you're taking these off because you do not want to strip these, otherwise you're gonna have to grind them off. So we're gonna go ahead and use a hammer. We got a hammer over here. Never mind the auction in the background. We're just trying to buy more builds, guys. We got a live auction with like 4 or 5 lanes on there right now. So we got a hammer and a Torx bit. We're gonna put our screw into the socket hole, hammer it in, use the socket to loosen it, and then use this to bring it out the rest. You don't want to just use this because you might strip the threads. So let's get right to that. Alrighty guys, so we got halfway done. We got this side all done. Take a look at how the new boards all look like. Looks way better. Obviously it is dirty right now, but we're gonna go ahead and clean it up once we're done. But take a look at the other board, and this side just makes the whole trailer look a lot nicer, especially when you get a new paint job on it. Let me move some of these boards out of the way, and you guys could actually see what they look like before. Yeah, I mean, some of them even split when we were pulling them apart. So before we go ahead and paint anything, I wanted to go ahead and put all new boards. That way it looks nice. We already painted the side over here. As you can see, it looks black. I didn't do any of the top sides, just over here where the boards are go, because I didn't want overspray on the boards. So once we put all these boards, let's go ahead and get the other half done, and then go ahead and sand this down real quick, scuff it, and just spray it real quick. Alrighty guys, take a look at this. This trailer's deck's all done. There is all the old wood. We went ahead and straightened some of the stuff that was out there that was kind of bent. We're just gonna go ahead and sand all this down real quick, scuff it, and go ahead and paint our outside exterior paint. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. As you guys can see, it's gonna look a lot nicer. Right now, just, you know, no one's ever painted it. We wanna put some paint on this thing so it doesn't start rusting out. But take a look at that deck. That deck looks 10 times better, guys. So let's go ahead and get this thing all painted. Alrighty guys, take a look at this. This trailer is all painted. We're waiting for it to dry so we can unmask all the stuff that we taped. We already unmasked a couple of the stuff, but this thing looks really good, guys. Take a look at what it looked like before and coming out to this after, and we're just using this as a work trailer, guys. Brand new deck. Got to toss all this stuff out. Got everything all resprayed, gloss black. Looks more presentable. Looks a lot nicer, and we're just going to use this for work, you know, doing stuff around the house, around the property, putting our quads on there, going off-roading and all that. So I'd say, you know, for a $900 trailer off of IAI for a 2018, not bad. Alrighty guys, so that's going to be a wrap for today's video. I really hope you guys like this video and how this trailer turned out. I mean, it was a budget trailer. We won this thing without the door from IAA for like $1,000, $920 something. We spent probably about $200 on the wood and all that, treated lumber, and we had the screws and whatnot. So we're into this thing around $1,100, and for $1,100 for a 2018 trailer to look like this, I think that's a steal, especially being a dual axle around our area. There's single axles going for around like $1,800 and so on, and dual axles are around like $2,800 to $3,000. And we just needed a cheap trailer so we can haul our ATVs, four-wheelers, you know, side-by-sides to go on the trail, and we have zero turns on lawn equipment and stuff like that for the fields. So we needed something. I didn't want to keep hauling my big car hauler trailer everywhere we go, especially on the trails. It was really narrow and tight, and, you know, parking's a big issue there as well because it gets really packed. But guys, I really hope you guys like this. If you guys like this kind of stuff, ATVs, quads, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, boats, anything, I mean, we've done it all, and I mean, we'll bring it to you guys so you guys can see more of it. But if you guys like the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe guys if you haven't. What are you waiting for? And leave us down a comment, show us some love, give us any tips or suggestions you may have, guys. Until then, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.